What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, man. This one gonna be about delusional players. One young and one old. First one I'm gonna go with is Jabari Smith, because he came out recently and he was talking about the All-Star game and, you know, the outcries from the public and former players to be playing hard in it. And he was like, why? and he goes into, you know, different things about, you know, why he felt that way. Talking about, you know, he was tired that he would be tired at the All-Star break time, so that's midpoint of the season. He would be tired. What else he said? Anyway, he was talking about maybe they should give prizes. Man, this ain't a church league, man. Maybe they should give some prizes. They done gave, I think, if I'm not mistaken, they give a All-Star game checkout. I'm pretty sure, if I'm not mistaken. So, Jabari Smith, let's see. 12 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist per game. That's his average in his 3 years. I think I can safely say, unless he makes a real big jump in production and play, that he doesn't have to worry about going to the All-Star game. He doesn't. I don't even think he was. Why were they even talking to him about it anyway? You know, that goes to what, you know, that goes into, anyway. So let's see, I wrote some stuff down. I think I got it. But yeah, I think I got it all in my head. but Jabari Smith does not have to worry about going to the All-Star game every year. And see, that's the whole thing. I don't think it's being talked about enough and thought about. Although you know it's been happening for a while now. These All-Star teams that they making it's hard to pick an All-Star. Seriously, it's really hard to pick an All-Star because of the simple fact almost all these players play the same, and they don't have the same drive as older players used to have. I mean, as the players in the past used to have. So they're not as motivated to prove to the public who they are and why they are, because they feel already validated. They already, you know, getting the money, they getting the accolades. So what else do they have to work for? That's the problem. They don't have, I mean, they have to put somebody on the All-Star team. So like that's where a lot of the players in these current, I mean, well, that's like for the players that have been picked, I'd say within the last 10 years. That's the problem with the All-Star game. It's not enough All-Stars to pick, and so you're picking a guy that in some cases not even borderline. So that's the problem. And that his thought process highlights what's really in these young players' head now, because he's not the only guy that feels that way. It's probably stars, so-called stars, in these on these teams that feel the same way that Jabari Smith feels. But I mean, I'm not trying to crush Jabari Smith's confidence or nothing, or even bag on the man, but the truth is, what he's put out these 3 years that he's been in the league, he's put out what you can say about him that he's put out is it's potential for something. But as far as what he's put out now, to say if he's on all-star level, no, he ain't on all-star level. He's 6'10", 12 points. And Houston, they dying for a star. They thought it was going to be Jalen Green. I think it's the same problem with him. The same problem that Jabari Smith got is what Jalen Green has, is that he thinks what he's doing is balling. And he ain't balling. He just putting up shots. That's not balling. So, let's go to the second player that I want to highlight. An old favorite of mine, Draymond Green. Now, Draymond Green says that he feel like he's gonna be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And I'm not gonna disagree with him because of just the climate it is. Just because of the climate now. He's got a lot of connections. Now, as far as his play on the court, saying that he's gonna be a Hall of Famer, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He's not nowhere near a Hall of Famer. What he is what they try to label Scottie Pippen as, is one of the greatest role players, which I think he could fall into that. But Draymond Green falls into that category a lot better than Scottie Pippen does. His claim to fame now is handing the ball off to Steph Curry. You tell me what else he does. I'll wait. When he first came in, he was an all-around player. Played defense, rebounded, ran the court, directed the offense too, sometimes. But like now, ever since they got Durant, I'll go that far. Ever since the Golden State Warriors had Durant on the team, Draymond Green's play has fallen off. Now, whether that's laziness or just the way they want him to play, only Steve Kerr and Draymond Green know. But just for me watching Draymond Green in college and his first couple years in the league, he hadn't been working on his game. You can tell. And it ain't, whatever. I can't be talked off of that ledge. I'm not gonna be talked off that ledge, man. So, but when I'm talking about delusional players, he falls in that category. He's gonna be a Hall of Famer through osmosis. He's gonna get the shine that's coming off of Steph Curry. And I still feel a certain way about how they did Klay Thompson, man. I feel a certain way, man, because he was just as important, or if not, he was just as important, if not as important as Draymond Green was at that time. And they want to act like nobody can do what Draymond Green does. Anybody could do what Draymond Green does. All you got to do is, if you want to have the same connection with Steph Curry, ask him where his favorite spots is. Ask him where his favorite spots are on the floor. Talk to him. You know what I'm saying? Get to know where you can play with him. I mean, like, practice. That's where all that stuff comes from. Draymond Green could have been replaced a long time ago, but Golden State, they want to hold on to the past without moving into the future physically. They want to be in the past mentally, and they want to be in the future. They want to be in the future physically, but they got to be in there mentally. And there's a couple of, maybe I think I had one more other example of a delusional type player, but that's enough right there, you know. So that's all I got on this, man. Finna go to work. So, Grandpa out, man.